Oh look. Good evening, morning, afternoon, y'all. I'm having too much fun with me and my girl having way too much fun right now talking about the past of this game. We all were talking about that moment where it was like, where? God, you know what? That was high five. Anywho, what? This man got his whole mouth open. Pause.
Jaw
Anywho,
dropping.
jaw dropping. Yeah, right. Anywho, as you can see, we are doing the lore. I'ma stop. As you can see, we're doing the lore of Anti-Venom. I'm sorry. Look, I love you. My bad. And look, I know Insomniac has their Anti-Venom suit, but I just love the animated Anti-Venom suit better. It's not my fault they put that suit in the game. They knew what was gonna happen when we got that suit. So we got the regular Venom suit from the classical '90s outfit with Peter Parker. Then we got the Anti-Venom, the Venom from the 1994 Spider-Man TV show, and the Ultimate Spider-Man universe, which is purple. But I'll do something on that later.
We can help you!
But watch this black and whiteness go out. Good catch. Man, I thought you just farted for a minute. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, here's the funny part about this Anti-Venom suit. The way Peter got it is darn near equivalent to what happened in the books. And yes, Martin Lee had a hand in it, but it didn't involve Peter Parker. It involved Eddie Brock. For those who have read the Venom comic books, you know what I'm talking about. I have to get my books up on Venom. I am sorry. I know who to go to. The source is from my brother, Isaiah. Shout out to you, my guy. I have only got King in Black, and I still have to really do my vid on those King in Black outfits for both Miles and Peter. However, I have to grab the tie-in books in order to explain it, because Peter is not in it 100%. He's only in it like 35%. Miles is a part of it, but he ain't in the main story.
Find a way to save him.
You can't.
So,
You can still stop
I'm
the
going to
symbiote.
tell this from the classical story that I
By killing
was
the host.
taught and read to, both by a comic historian and also where did I start finding it? I found it from another fellow comic guy on TikTok, and I forgot his name already because I ain't good with names. But comic historian I remember because I remember watching this when I was younger, and I liked rewatching all his stuff a lot when I was in high school because I had a way to read books, and I didn't have a way to buy any of them. I just read them from offline. I know that ain't the same for most people, but I had my way. Y'all will find y'all's. Don't shoot me, don't kill me, whatever. Don't matter. This is also stemming from where Eddie Brock had cancer and he sold it to a random mobster who was trying to rise his way up through the ranks. And I think I remember explaining this when I was talking about Venom as a whole, because Venom has been with a lot of people, but everybody knows the primary three: Peter Parker, Eddie Brock, Matt Gargan. Matt Gargan got it by accident, but when Eddie lost the symbiote and he got in some trouble involving Martin Lee used his abilities on Eddie Brock. But what Eddie didn't know, since him and Venom had been bonded for so long, the Venom symbiote became a part of his bloodstream. So when Martin Lee used his powers on him, wow, really? That was a short darn mission. Well, you know what? Hold on. Nah,
Let's
screw
give it up.
that. That's
We
crazy.
gotta give it a pause for a sec.
Nah, I don't need to pause. They know what's going on. I just didn't expect it to be so fast. If that's the case, hold on. What fight I want to use? Because I ain't gonna use the whole thing now. Just given that just now. I'm gonna do finally free. As I was saying, the Venom symbiote has been part of Eddie Brock for so long. His bloodstream has leftover pieces of the symbiote. Honestly, I didn't know the symbiote could do that. But you know what? That explains why Sony went the route they did with both Venom and then Venom let there be Carnage now. But as like for real, Martin Lee used his powers on Eddie. He had awakened the symbiote in his bloodstream, and then he created this amazing, very powerful symbiote called Anti-Venom. And Anti-Venom has the ability to nullify certain people's powers. So that means any mutant, inhuman, or other could get possibly nullified. Spider-Man is specifically the biggest one. Oh, don't tell me that was another short
Those
mission.
civilians
Oh, no,
are
never
in
mind.
trouble.
Oh,
I'm coming.
I'm about to be a little upset. But yes, Spider-Man is probably #1 on Anti-Venom's hit list. Every other hero or anti-hero or even the villains are second nature. And yes, he's been in Anti-Venom's been in a lot of games. The biggest game everybody remember Anti-Venom from is not Shattered Dimensions. It's Edge of Time.
There's the bus.
In my opinion,
Save
Edge
those
of Time
people
is
from the
still one of the
symbiotes.
best Spider-Man
Hey,
games we have ever
how about
gotten
picking on me?
in general. If I'm not mistaken, I think Spider-Man Edge of Time is up there in the top 2, or either top 2 or top 3 Spider-Man games. A lot of people say Spider-Man Web of Shadows is still #1. And Shattered Dimensions for a lot of people could be #2 because of the fact that we had a multiverse of Spider-Man game and we didn't get that earlier on. So yeah, I think Edge of Time is probably #3, but now since we got both Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then Spider-Man 2, all 3 of those games might get debunked, but I think probably not, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have these games that we're playing right now with Spider-Man. But Anti-Venom has been in specifically, yes, not Shattered, Edge of
This
Time.
area's
I
not
think
safe.
he has been
If
in
you don't have
Shattered
a place to
Dimensions.
go,
I just don't
Beast
remember
is open to
which
anyone.
Spider-Man you played in order to beat him. And it's been so long since I played
Miles,
that game, I wouldn't remember
we have to
every
talk.
villain.
No kidding. There are nests popping up everywhere.
Of course he's in this
Sending
game.
you coordinates now.
I don't think he's been in any other
Watch
games,
yourself out
so
there,
I
man.
think that's probably why. He's been in a
This
lot of
is
other forms of media. He's
something
specifically
else.
been in the Ultimate Spider-Man series from the 2010s with Drake Bell. And that Anti-Venom
Find you, buddy.
was just as dangerous
Find you.
as this Anti-Venom.
Somewhere.
And much, much bigger. The only thing is the host for that Anti-Venom was Harry Osborn. Hence this game right now focusing a lot around Harry when it comes to symbiote. Now I think they really switched that up on purpose somewhere in the 2010s, because with Harry it's a lot more personal than it is with Eddie. However, Peter still feels that personal connection with both Eddie and Harry, so it don't really matter who wears it. Even if you play Midnight Suns, Peter shows a lot of compassion and worriness for Eddie Brock, since he is Venom even in that game. And yes, the Anti-Venom suit is in the Midnight Suns, but it ain't for Peter. It's really
That suit's not
for
an
the
alien, is it?
Hunter if you played the game.
It's time for a Miles Morales original, you know? One of one.
It looks good.
What happened, man?
Harry got the meteorite.
I'm trying to think.
I
I
couldn't
think
stop
I've
it.
said plenty,
Connor
honestly.
said we
Not
can't
as much
save
as
him,
I
so
would
we-
like. I won't lie.
can't lose
Anti-Venom,
him,
though,
Miles.
I think is a threat, not just for
can't lose him.
Spider-Man, but for the Avengers and anybody else
I
with
saw
powers.
May when
I
I was
already said that if you're a mutant, an inhuman, or a
in the
superhuman, you're getting cooked. Because Anti-Venom
It's not your fault.
can smell people with
She
powers.
wanted to save you.
And the worst part
Save
is,
all
just
of
like
us.
every other symbiote, Peter's spider senses can't get triggered
She
by
never
them.
thought
Venom
about
has a
herself.
telepathical
Even when she was struggling.
block for those who have been part of the Spider-Verse.
May,
Even Miles can barely sense
my
him
dad.
because he's been a part of the Spider Clan.
if they were here, they would
The only
want us
good
to
thing
stop
about
digging.
Miles is he got that invisibility and literal Venom blast.
They want us to help people. To fight. Harry's still
And what
in
kills
there.
me, Anti-Venom wasn't even in King and Black. I think
We're
it would be
gonna fight like
intense
hell
if
to
he was
get
in
him
King
back.
and Black. But I'm not mad. Anti-Venom himself is a scientifical, accidental experiment, depending on which media you go by and whose story is
play
being
coach.
told. I like the character. I like the symbiote. It's up there
Let's split
literally
up.
with the top 3, other
Cover more
than, you know,
ground.
the big 2. And if Anti-Venom
Find the
ends up
meteorite?
coming in the 3rd Venom
Where that
movie, which
nest
is
at?
called Venom: The Last Dance, which the
You
title
got it,
got
Spider-Man.
released like 2 weeks ago, which I'm still going to go see. I hope so. Because look, they managed to still do a Venom trilogy without Spider-Man. I won't lie, that's a pretty amazing feat in creativity. Except the fact that they did have him teleport to the MCU, so that's it. I'm gonna probably end up doing a video after these fellow Spider-Man lore on Marvel
have to check
News,
out that
because this has
infected
been a
skyscraper I saw with Pete.
good spring break for
Has to be something
Marvel.
there.
I meant to go to October, but how the hell Miles and Peter able to keep their phones intact while fighting off?
You know what? That's a good darn question. How are they able to keep any form of technology this intact when they're fighting these type of symbiotes?
And not just symbiotes. How criminal. They literally put sand with their phones in their pockets, and their phones did not get sand.
You know what? You got a point. Cause look, if that happened in real life, do you know how much rice I'd have to literally use to get all the sand or water out of my freaking phone?
Oh, I had to pay to get my phone fixed and grab a new one just cause?
Well, in New York, I bet the price would be wholly different compared to down here in the South. It only cost you $120. In New York, it might be more.
In this type of New York, it definitely would be a lot more with insurance pay.
I don't think superhero is on the insurance plan.
No, I know, like, I'm being real, but this much chaos in New York, you tend to search like, okay, your phone's a part of the insurance right now. Especially none of it is your fault. You're pretty much an innocent.
True, but think about it. If you were living in Marvel, do you think superhero damage is a part of your insurance?
Yeah, I mean, just imagine the whole go your car, you just pay off to one of those bad guys, and you basically like,
they really didn't make insurance for superheroes a thing until I think what, Ultron in Marvel Universe?
Not Harry talking. Right. You're right. Call me when you finish up.
Because think about it, you had an evil robot that the Avengers made, or in this case, Ant-Man made, and the Avengers had to deal with it. And next thing you know, like after that, this fool tried to annihilate half of humanity. And I'm not talking about the movies. I'm talking about the freaking books. Ant-Man, yes, created Ultron, but for present-day purposes, they have Tony making.
But back to what I was saying, just imagine a whole throwing your car out that you just paid for after years of car insurance. The lobby hall, boom, destroyed within the jiffy.
You're gonna be like that dude from darn Avatar. My cabbages! My car! And what was the one thing Peter said he never learned how to do? Drive. He literally said that even in the MCU. I don't know how to drive. It's a big step, Bob.
It's New York. What do you expect me to do?
My thing is though, he's Spider-Man. There's really no reason for him to learn how to drive. But yet in the books, as famous as he is now, in Industrial Spider-Man or Industry Spider-Man, whatever you want to call him, he learned how to drive.
But then my question still stands. How the heck they able to keep their phones safe, clear, anything? While fighting. I want to know how.
I know, I've been asking that question for years, girl.
I mean,
and then again, it's Spider-Man. And on top of that, you notice that he's done so much things while swinging and everything. Everything gets crushed. You remember in Tobey Maguire, what did he do? He used to deliver pizza as Spider-Man. And guess what? They got crushed. What happened in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man? He had to go get eggs. They got crushed at one point, but he did bring back some that were good. Even Tom Holland's Spider-Man at one point, he tried to grab pizza, and shockingly, it didn't come back crushed.
Why would you leave?
What's the point be? I'm wondering how.
I think it really depends on the Spider-Man. Like, there are Spider-Men that fly or swing in such a reckless manner that it's a part of their style. Think about it. Miles had to deliver something, I think, in his game. I don't think it was a cape, but it was something, and he was swinging while doing it. It didn't get crushed. It really depends on Miles. And then in the books that I have finally got caught up on, he was swinging and holding a cake in his hand, and the cake got crushed, and he was dealing with the villain at the same time when it got crushed. And when he accidentally switched the cake with the villain's item was to make ice cream. So he literally had a whole box of ice cream while he gave the villain the cake when he got out from the road. Which I won't lie, that was a pretty good ending for a Spider-Man freaking comic book. It was like a double-edged sword. It was a win-win tactic.
Haley's in trouble. Pete, I saw the meteorite. It's under the Harlem subway station, next to the bridge.
But I will never understand how Spider-Man does all this stuff while swinging and doesn't break anything at all. So I'm like, godly. What else can possibly go
He's
wrong
after you.
when just swinging as
I have to go
Spider-Man?
help Haley, but just wait,
And believe
alright?
me, as many
Whoa,
times
back
you see
up.
these
What
people
happened?
post a lot of
Got
things
sucked
on
into
the
the
internet
hive
about what would you
Saw this
rather
vision of the
have, a
meteorite
Green Lantern
underground.
ring, Captain America's
But
shield,
I've got a bad
Thor's
feeling.
hammer,
You think Harry's
Superman's
there?
abilities, Wonder
Serious,
Woman's
Deke?
shield, and
Just
Spider-Man's
give
web
me 10
shooter?
minutes.
A lot of us
You
said
cannot
Spider-Man's
do
web
this
shooter.
alone.
Right.
Just
Call me
because.
when you're done. Sorry, Miles, but I can't waste any time. There's the subway entrance. Miles has to be right. That's where the meteorite is.
Okay.
Just have to clear
Come
out
and get
this
me.
bridge. Everyone stay in your cars.
Cause you know why?
Won't let them hurt
We're
you.
Anti-Venom.
Harry!
I thought he said Aries, not Harry. I wasn't paying attention. Look, wrong game, right? This ain't God of War.
Yes, I'm here, buddy. I know. Just hang on. I'm coming.
That's kind of crazy to me. Anti-Venom really hasn't been in much. But I know his outfit is one of the most common Spider-Man suits that people make because it's really kind of easy. All you need is a white suit and some black acrylic paint, which I plan to do at some point down the line. But I did say Black Adam was first.
Come on. They're coming out of the subway tunnel. The meteorite has to be underground. Venom! Please talk to me! I have to get underground. I can't leave these people behind.
Oh shoot!
Two of you? Not now! I don't have time for this. Maybe? No. Come on, Spike. Almost done.
No.
Just stay down. Find you, buddy. I'm coming.
Gotcha!
There, the subway tunnel.
Look how smooth
Hey,
that suit looks.
Everything all good with Haley?
Not yet. But you still owe me a few more minutes. Hang tight.
I didn't expect this video to be that long.
Me too.
I blame the missions for that, honestly. But at least I still had enough to say about Anti-Venom. Although there is one thing I did miss. In the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show,
What are you doing?
Norman Osborn and Dr. Octopus were the ones who made the Anti-Venom from the previous symbiote sample that they had stored away in Doc Ock's lab. And they intended to use it as another way of trying to make another symbiote army. But it got out of hand and it nullified the original Venom symbiote, and Flash Thompson took over as Agent Venom and tried to, you know, try to stop it. But then, since Harry was still sick, Norman gave it to Harry and it went from there. I could be wrong because it's been a minute since I've watched the show, and that's one of my favorite Spider-Man iterations of him in animated TV shows or animation in general. And that's also one of the few things I want Marvel to put on DVD. Don't get me wrong, I love Disney Plus. Yes, ma'am. And I was recording. That's okay. But don't get me wrong, I love Marvel and I love Disney Plus. But I would prefer them to still continue to put some of their projects on Blu-ray and digital DVD. Like right now, the only Phase 4 TV show I can find on DVD is both Season 1 of Loki and Season 1 of WandaVision. Ain't nothing else Marvel related on DVD other than their movies. And I really want them to continue giving me more of the animated stuff I missed on DVD. Like, I can't find Marvel's Avengers Assemble on DVD. And if I do, it's not even in my zone for my country. It's like for Europe or Africa. Not trying to be, you know, racist or nothing. That's what the DVD label says.
It was terrible to you. Your dream.
I'll probably have to do a video on that later. I think I'm not the only Marvel fan that feels the same way.
Sorry.
Here. You're here.
I'm here.
Are you?
Ooh. Bro, what the?
Help you, Harry!
What? You thought?
Spider-Man, who are you? Did you go down there?
You were right. It has to be here. He has to. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
I know, man. I'll try to find a way inside.
It's gonna be okay. Everyone's gonna be okay.
Gotcha. Dang it. Oh! Oh! Yeah, we can.
I have to get to that meteorite. I'm so close.
Dang, I thought they stopped all. Oh, I was wrong.
Harry, talk to me.
Really, camera? Really?
Us, Peter. We need you.
I'm trying, buddy. I just need that meteorite, okay?
Also got to do another video on the
Miles,
Spider-Verse movie
not
coming
seeing a
out because
rock.
now it's official.
No.
It's official.
Hold on.
We're supposed to get it, I think, next year. Originally, we were supposed to get it in 2026, but they went in and got right back to work on it. And they said we're supposed to get it in 2025. And
I'm not gonna lie, I better put my
yeah, but here's the problem. Certain people who already got their hands on the news, they kind of took a good peek at it.
Man, fuck them certain people. They made me want to be
Well, I also agree with that. It's just, they're telling me already that the movie's a little sketchy. But you gotta remember, a movie in its early stage is always gonna be sketchy. So that's my thing. So I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go figure out where to find it to watch it first, and then come back and report it. Other than that, there is so much other Marvel news that just dropped this week alone. I need to talk about it.
Together.
Yo, bro. Not cool.
I'm starting to see what certain black folks on TikTok are talking about when you have black heroes or some form of black characters that do that one-liner before they do something. He's like, yo, bro, not cool. I don't care. Yeah.
You good, man?
Oh, we need to call MJ. I know where the meteorite is.
And Elfine. Okay, thank you guys and girls for tuning in with this another lore vid episode, and honestly it was a lot longer than I expected. I do apologize about that, but I didn't know what the mission was gonna be like because it's been so long, and yes, I played it 14 times, so certain things I forgot. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Y'all have a good evening, good morning, good night.
See ya.